watercolors. I haven't really painted in a few days, haven't really been feeling the best, but hopefully that'll change today. A few days ago I filmed this painting and I didn't really talk during it all. Like I said, I wasn't really feeling that good, so just kind of went to town and was just playing around with the Phthalo green and the Quin rose. And then I got this weird texture using my spray bottle, which wasn't quite pumping a lot of water, but it just caused little diffusions all throughout. So it was pretty interesting, but I felt like it wasn't that complete. So I thought today we would come back to it, paint over this painting, just utilizing the background that's already there. And I'm thinking adding burnt umber to this combination as a essentially a darkening agent. So I guess it would be kind of a two-part experiment for me, where I'm going to be painting on a dry surface, so I won't be painting wet and wet, and I'll be taking that palette of those two colors and incorporating that third. So that's the plan. I don't think it's going to take very long, so hopefully it's interesting. We can see some interesting results take place, but this is definitely kind of a new territory for me, so just play around and see. Kind of cleaning up the palette just so that we can just say that we just stuck to those three colors as much as possible. Alright. I think you can catch the mixing, yeah, right up there. So this is that burnt umber. I'll mix it into this awesome color and we'll kind of see what happens with this. You can see right off the bat it kind of tones down and mellows out the phthalo green. So I think that'll be very important. I have this claw cracker that I use to open up tubes that are stuck. Kind of a little crowded here. Okay. So I think we're gonna have to come into kind of mid-ground with this. Experiment from here, not touch the background too much. Leave that. We'll see what starts to take place. This might be an interesting three-color palette. It just looks pretty on the mixing. So I'm just using the Hake brush. This is that quarter sheet of Stonehenge Aqua that I always use. And that burnt umber just gives some down-to-earth greens and some purples. That's crazy. It's just coming out as a dark on here when I apply it. So I'm not really going for much variety. But let me just hold it right here. Let's see if we can get a good video of that. I'm gonna mix it right here. I said, not really sure how well that's coming up, but I just want you guys to kind of see that as much as possible. And it might benefit from just straight up applying burnt umber to this smaller tray. That's what I'm going to do. I'll switch this over. Burnt umber. I'll just throw it down right here. That should be more than enough. I'm just amazed at how much a change in direction these colors go. The burnt umber and the quinacridone rose is almost like a brown matter, which is a paint that I use with phthalo. No, not phthalo, indigo and quinacridone gold. So that might be a way to mimic that palette. This is the number 4 rigger. I'm going to take this off of here in a second. I just wanted you guys to see this. Here it is with the phthalo green. Kind of pushes it more towards a more forest green. So that alone, no matter where this painting goes, and I'm only going to spend a few minutes on this, that alone I think was worth its weight in gold, just playing with that mix and discovering that. So in other news, it's been raining a lot down here. Having quite a bit of storms, thunderstorms and all that, which has been nice because I've mainly just been laying in bed, relaxing, just trying to feel better. Monday we went back into the weight room for powerlifting practice, that I coach. Did weigh myself, and I did gain quite a bit of weight during this whole stay-at-home thing. Though, to be fair, most of the time I was just spending it sitting here hanging out with y'all and painting. I'm just in love with adding this burnt umber to this palette. Oh, wow. I'm debating posting the video from just painting that background. I think I will. It was just it's kind of, I think, a boring video because, like I said, I wasn't talking at all. I wasn't really feeling it. What else has been going on? I ordered new gouache. I think I told you the story about how cleaning up the art room I accidentally threw away a couple tubes of artist grade gouache, which hurt quite a bit, but I am really enjoying the gouache for the studies of the different parts of the face, the facial features. I did talk with my buddy Bill, and we came up with plans for making a wet canvas panel holder so that I can go out and about and do more oils and gouache and watercolor, where I'm not worried about watercolor where I could just paint and then slide the paper somewhere. But with gouache, I'm kind of just worried about the surface, and same thing with oil with it being wet. So we came up with plans. We haven't built it yet, but we're going to be doing that. I'm not sure if we might photograph the process and then post it all online for you guys to use if it winds up coming out good. That's probably next week that we'll be doing that, or this weekend. We just want to kind of see how everything's going, because in our area COVID cases kind of went up quite a bit, and where we were going to go build it, we didn't want to expose it to his mother, who's elderly. And and that's what it's all about, taking care of each other and all that. I mean, bummed that I can't do it now, but I'd rather hold off and be more concerned about his mother's health. Other things, on the 11th, I signed up for access to David LaFell's art videos and website. That was about, I got it with a coupon, but it's about $30 a month. He's an oil painter though, and he paints very well with portraits. And one of the longest books in my collection that I've had the longest is from him. So I thought it was worth signing up for it. So far I've watched 2 portrait demonstrations from him, and I feel like I've learned a lot. And so last night, like I said, when I wasn't feeling that good, I just laid in bed and watched that. So that's what's been up. Just trying to add a little variety to this dark. Oh, other news. The beginning of last weekend, there was a farmer's market. It was nice. It was good, seeing people. We had our masks, and we had Germex, for people to use and whatnot. We traded, I say we, like my fiance was helping me out. We traded him one of my paintings for 4 big frames that had mats in them, and they had the prints of the botanicals, like 1700s and all that, but it was like, more modern prints of them. But they were matted and framed in these huge, must be like 24 by 36 or something like that, maybe even bigger, probably even bigger than that. But yeah, for 4 of them. So we're gonna clean those up and hang those up. That'll look really nice. There was also one of the charity events that I donate to, and just to kind of give you an idea about how the art world's kind of going right now, at least around here. Last year, some of my art, for that charity event, went for $500. And it went to local causes and charities and whatnot. And this year, it went for, I think, like $95. So I think the art world took quite a hit. It's not really a necessity art, things like that. So that's the state of affairs there, but it's all good. 90-something bucks for charity is still 90-something bucks, right? I'm not sure what they're gonna spend the money on this year. In the past, they did towards the skate park, a splash pad, like the gazebo at the park in town and whatnot. So I think we'll do a dry off. We might just end it at that. Hopefully I'll be back with more. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so that's the results. I'll throw a little signature on it. Right down in here. Oh, oddly enough, the people that did come to the farmer's market, they kept asking they wanted to see the Victorian, the figure sketches and drawings and all that. And I didn't bring any of those with me. So, you know, I post online. I was surprised that was, there was people were expressing interest in that. So that's something I'll pursue more in videos as well. So here's the results. Quinacridone rose, phthalo green, the burnt umber mixed in. So feel free to check out all the links down online. If you want to consider supporting me on Patreon, appreciate that. If you want to follow along, feel free to do that as well. I'd love to see your results, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.